I
This
think
conference
there
will
are
now be
some.
recorded.
Yeah, I think we are good to go now. And let me start. So I hope we all know the context of our gathering, that we'll be having a simple background of what is Oracle Cloud Supply Chain Management. So before getting into that, let me introduce myself. I'm Krishna Kishore. So I hold nearly some 15 years of experience across Oracle apps, particularly in cloud. I'm into cloud for past 8 years from development stage. And so far, I am glad I was part of some near to 9 to 10 projects in cloud supply chain management. I label myself as an supply chain operations consultant. So this is a very brief about me. Going forward, we'll get to know each other a lot. And I hope you guys are, I would like to know what is your essence of understanding on supply chain management before getting, irrespective of Oracle, irrespective of whatever ERP. So I hope you guys know about what is supply chain management, right? Someone can pick out and answer it. We'll have some interactive thing. I'm not going to show you anything more on Oracle Cloud supply chain management. I would like to make yourself comfortable on what is supply chain management, because I should know the target of audience. So please feel free to answer, or we'll just have some gathering sessions here. I'm not trying to instruct anything. We'll have a simple get together sessions here. So what my question was like, what is supply chain management? Are you guys are familiar about supply chain management? Not respective to Oracle Cloud. So I'm just talking about a very overview of supply chain management. Then we'll get into what is Oracle Cloud supply chain management.
Hi, Krishna. My name is Wali. Uh, Hello.
Hey, hi, Valli.
Hi. So, basically, supply chain management as a concept, I understand because I've been, working for several years in the manufacturing sector. Uh, I understand the concept of supply chain management from the manufacturing sector, perspective. So, when it comes to, cloud or applications in Oracle. Uh, I understand that it's almost similar, but you know, it should be similar, right? Like procurement
Yeah,
and sales and HR and all that, right?
yeah.
I'm
Actually,
sorry, no, no,
yes. I hope.
procurements and
Uh,
sales, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Actually, Valli, your step is a very good step. Like the people who has a manufacturing experience, I can say we call as an domain experience, can easily grab the essence of any ERP. To be frank,
Yeah.
any ERP. So that could be any other one who is familiar about what is supply chain management. Why we are calling as why we call supply chain management. Please be free to pick your pick out. You just throw whatever you feel in your mind. Okay. So here, supply chain management is nothing but it is a combination of two. It is supply chain operations and supply chain execution. So both we call as supply chain management. So what is operations? So operations are nothing but execution of any step in between the process. Like what is the execution of a step? So now I'm bringing out or I'm procuring some material. That is an operation. And in between the step is from one area to another area. If you are shifting a material, that is known as a step or an operation. So that is known as supply chain operation. So what is execution? So execution is, I'm saying execution intends to supply chain execution. So here we in supply chain execution, majorly the shop floor activities happens, like completion of a work order. I hope you all know about the work orders. So you can raise your hand if you don't know about it. We can discuss it later on. So execution of work orders, execution, creating an item, all these comes into an supply chain execution. So whatever ERP you pick it up, so the combination of operations and execution known as supply chain management. So I hope you have a very basic, I think you understood what is supply chain management. Now getting into why we are talking about Oracle Cloud Supply Chain Management now. Anyone has an experience of Oracle apps before? Okay, considering no, yeah, why we are discussing about Oracle Cloud is, see, there are multiple products in supply chain management, but why we are choosing Oracle Cloud? So Oracle Cloud, before you guys, first I need to give a simple back history of Oracle Cloud. So before, we used to call Oracle as an Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management. I hope you know what is a fusion. Fusion is nothing but mixture of multiple, I can say, layers of ERP, and they made it as an, I mean, the multiple layers of ERP combinedly. I mean, instead of, I would like to correct my sentence, grasping the multiple layers of ERP and made as an a complete product as supply chain management. Before, in initial versions of Oracle Cloud, we call it as an Oracle Fusion Cloud. Now we should not call it as an Oracle Fusion. If we call Oracle Fusion, it is a middleware. It's a very big subject. Again, I will not make you guys confused here. So we need to call a supply chain management Oracle Cloud Suite. So Fusion is something, a different thing, which is called as a middleware, where we mix all the layers of integrations. We need to call supply chain management Oracle Cloud Suite. So this is about a simple background of cloud. It's a very long story, but I made it a simple thing. So why we need to learn, or why we are opting Oracle Cloud? So Oracle Cloud is a very, I don't say it's a very flexible ERP. Every ERP has its own norms and conditions, where it should bound the principles, or it should bound the conditions of the global supply chain management. So here, each and everywhere we use supply chain management, supply chain management. Again, supply chain management is a combination of multiple modules in it. There are multiple subsets of modules, what I speak, like, let me get into a different slide, which I made in a last moment. I hope, uh, how can I share this? Sorry, I'm very new to this tool, where I'm placing, where I'll be very much comfortable in Zoom and rest. So allow me a time to share the screen. So let me know, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So, sorry, I stopped near, yeah. Oracle Supply Chain Cloud is a combination of multiple modules. In that, I think there are multiple subsets to the same modules too. Like, we have logistics cloud, order management, procurement, product management, supplier execution, sorry, supply chain execution, supply chain planning cloud. So these are all the major modules which help supply chain management as a complete suite. But under, if you take supply chain planning cloud, we have demand management and supply planning. Again, we have backlog management, we have replenishment planning. So these are all, I can say, subsets to supply chain planning cloud. So instead of getting into detail, so I hope the training course content PPT has been shared across, I hope. So you can see elaborated in that, what are all the modules and all. But in crunch of time, I would like to just make you familiar about the modules which are part of supply chain management. I'll just give a simple brief of what is logistic cloud. So logistic cloud is nothing but which gives you an out view, or which gives you a depth view of how the material management takes place, like material management intends to operations and execution. Wherever management words comes in, we need to take into an understanding of operations and execution. So what is operations? So operations are how the material is transported, or how the material is operated in the shop floor. And execution is nothing but how the material is consumed across the shop floor. So this is about cloud. And order management, I hope you guys would have been here across this order management is nothing but how the order has been placed and how the order is transacted across all the modules. And procurement, I can say in my experience that procurement is a module where it is largely used across all the organizations, whatever I see. So the complete procurement suite has multiple subsets where we will see how we raise an purchase order. Again, procurement is different and purchasing is different. Procurement deals with orders, purchasing deals with revenue, or how we get the money in all these things. So we'll get in detail in our next sessions. And coming to product management, here the product management is a vast subject again. So I can give a simple essence of product management, how we create an item, how to maintain item. Item, I hope you know, right? Item is nothing but it can be an end product, or it can be an in-house product. And it can be an inventory product. I mean, in terms to ERP, it can be an inventory product, or it can be a service product. We'll discuss what is an inventory and service product in next sessions. So the next one is supply chain execution cloud, which includes, I think I need to include quality also. I forgot to include what is quality there. Here we can include quality management also in execution cloud. But coming back to our discussion, so supply chain execution cloud is a combination of inventory, maintenance, manufacturing, and quality. I hope you guys know inventory, where we stock our products or items. Maintenance is nothing but in any company or any general operation company will have a maintenance team where they maintain their shop floor or their machinery or their nothing but their equipments. Here we can understand how it can be maintained and what type of each and every. To a simple example, so we procured an a welding machine, for example. So each and every welding machine will have, like, we'll be using for multiple hours. Then after multiple hours, each and every equipment or welding machine should have its own maintenance, right? The slur or the wedges which need to be cleaned and maintained, then only we can use the particular machine for long duration. And coming to manufacturing, yeah, manufacturing is, an again, it has its own subsets, like work area, work centers, and work execution, where the product, where the work order, what I was saying before, the work order will be created, and work order will be operated in the shop floor. So, and we can see an end product after consumption of all the material resources. It's a big vast subject where I can say manufacturing cloud is an end product in supply chain management, where in inventory management we just store the items and receive the items and maintain the items. In maintenance, we just maintain the equipment with for longevity. And whereas in procurement, we'll just procure the items and store in the inventory. In order management, we'll just order it. Coming back to manufacturing, the manufacturing is an end step in supply chain management. After collecting all the required specification, we just manufacture the product and sell it to the customer. So this is end thing. And the last but not least, supply chain planning cloud. I can say supply chain planning cloud is an heart of supply chain management, which controls the demand and which suggests the supply for the particular demand. So I hope you guys know what is demand, right? So demand is nothing but which is a vacuum of the product. So the vacuum need to be fulfilled with the supply. So it calculates the statistics of the demand, and it just suggests uh, how the vacuum can be fulfilled with our supply. So this I just shared you a simple basic Linus, but it's a very big thing. Even I am learning each and everything. No one is perfect in the ERP. Each and every business is different, and we need to adapt this supply chain management suit to their business. So if anyone says that I'm perfect in supply chain management, please don't take it granted, because each and every business is different. You might be dealing with the business called discrete manufacturing. I hope one of our colleague is discussing about he worked in manufacturing, right? So manufacturing can be a discrete manufacturing, can be a lean manufacturing, can be an process manufacturing. Each and every business will be operated in a different view, and we need to adapt our supply chain management suit to them. So any questions so far? I'll pause for a minute and take it out. What you understood?
All so far, Krishna.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, so what you will learn if you opt for this session? So instead of getting into, so I hope you understood what is supply chain management. So why you need to opt supply chain management? Why can't you go for any other different modules like finance or HRMS or CRM or what else? CRP is sorry, CRM I mentioned, and there is one more called Agile. So why not? Why only SCM? So finance is a back operations. I'll just give a single liner. Finance is a back operation where finance works on the decisions of the steering committee. Look, for suppose if you are working on a project, so the project value will be defined based upon the finance analytics. Like finance will just do some they will configure the finance cloud, and they just run some programs, and they'll just allocate the project, but the project, so this project should be operated in this way. But supply chain will not work in that mode. So whatever project, as I was saying, there is a project, and finance will run some programs, right? So finance will take the suggestions of supply chain management, and then only they can provide the output. Like supply chain management will work in this mode. So this project will budget will be so and so, and we can go ahead based on the supply chain management suggestion. So I would like to elevate that supply chain management suite is also integrated with finance. So without supply chain management concern, they cannot give their own budgeting. Coming to HRMS. So why HRMS is included with? In supply chain management, we'll have, I was saying that operations and resources, right? So resources also part of supply chain management. So HRMS also will should take the concerns of supply chain management suit, and they need to suggest their steering committee, these are the resources which are available and these much of resources are necessary for execution of our products. So it is also interlinked with HRMS. Whichever module you pick, without supply chain management consent, they cannot operate their business. So I say that supply chain management is hard for their company. And if we opt supply chain management, I feel I'll we will have a longevity in the market, and we can I should say will be the priority. Like if there in our layman terms, if there any recessions are in place, they'll not come and pick the supply chain management first. Like if there in any necessity, we can't do anything. But if we are a supply chain management, I can confirm you, I was part of three recessions till now by touch wood, and got I didn't no one had touched the ink to my collar. So even we have a great recession now coming up, and the supply chain management is a if you are part of any concern, the supply chain management will resource or consultant will become a key resource for them for each and every project. So if it is not an supply chain operation company, we can't do anything. But if you are looking for if you want to be an supply chain management implementation consultant, then you will be a key resource, and they will not make you uh, definitely they'll make use of you. And you know that the supply chain management projects will be a long duration projects. Like finance can be implemented in 2 to 3 months, major finance, even though they have multiple business units and multiple ledgers maintaining up. But supply chain management, definitely it's a minimal implementation time will be 6 months, and maximum is more than 3 years also. I worked in a project which is. So the first major concern of supply chain management, I hope you understood what I'm trying to. So in these sessions, you'll try to understand the latest advancements of ERP cloud application. Like what is the latest advancements? So cloud, Oracle supply chain management cloud will be will be enhanced every 3 months. Like there are multiple business nowadays. Before in mid period of 17 and 18, there is no big retail market in India. Suddenly retail market has increased a lot. Now Oracle cloud retail also is part of supply chain management. So like that, each and every 3 months, the supply chain management cloud is enhanced, and you can easily adapt to that features. And supply chain management cloud is very much flexible. That I'll explain you next slides. How flexible is that? And conditions apply there. Again, flexible in terms of ERP, other ERPs. And so here we can easily understand the fundamental components. Like each and every ERP has its own pillars. Like the 5 basic pillars we'll discuss in the next section. What are all the pillars and what is this and all. So it is very easily to adapt those pillars. If we are very good with the pillars, then whatever ERP you are trying to integrate with Oracle, it is very easy. You can easily adopt them. Like for suppose I'll take a minute here and I'll give you an example. For suppose you are considering you are an implementation consultant or analyst. So your company is using an legacy application which is SAP. So now you want to integrate with Oracle Cloud. So getting the data from that application and integrating the Oracle Cloud is very easy if you try to understand the 5 pillars, and it is very easily and it is very flexible to understand too. So that is my intention of letting you know what is the fundamental components and all. So it is Again, here you need to understand the Oracle Supply Chain Management Cloud is an subscription oriented, like how you subscribe your newspaper or any other reader digest. So you need to pay for monthly and you need to get the services, and it is totally, you can opt it based on the users. Like for suppose your company might be having some 50 to 60 users, so you need to just pay the money for 60 to 70 users and you can take the services, like how the supply chain management or any cloud application works. And before getting to that, as the topic comes in, so we have a different platforms in cloud, that is SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. SaaS is software as a service, PaaS is platform as a service, IaaS is integration as a service. So these are the three things. I can give you a in-depth of SaaS, overview of SaaS and overview of PaaS and IaaS. And getting back to next point, so you'll be getting an overview of demand planning and supply planning cloud. Like I was saying you back, like demand management has an subsets again, where it deals with backlog management, and supply chain planning also has its own subsets called replenishment planning and safety stock planning. So you'll have an overview. Like demand management and supply planning is something which you can, out of my experience, which you get an very good exposure once you start implementing the product. Whatever and how many hours I teach you, you'll be thinking that yes, I understood, but later on some other day or the next day, you'll see that everything will be new. I'm just sharing you out of my experience, but it's a very vast subject, and uh, I can say you in my gut that if you understand demand planning and supply chain planning, and I can say that you have a complete hold on supply chain management cloud. Why? Because each and every step and each and every task will be monitored by demand management and supply chain planning cloud. Without that monitoring, supply plan will cannot suggest you how what order need to be created. Demand management will cannot analyze what demand need to be published. So if you understand demand planning and supply chain planning, definitely you will have a complete hold on supply chain management. So, and if you opt for this session, and you can get certified easily, again conditions apply. Like certified means, like in market, in supply chain, like if you are opting for supply chain cloud positions in any renowned company, definitely they'll be looking for some certifications. So if you opt for this training, definitely you'll be we can guide you how to get certified, and the concepts which we'll be discussing in our sessions will help you to get certified. I mean, like each and every, like here in the, based out of even I am also certified in multiple modules. Out of my experience, uh, the questionnaires are not like in normally in our exams how it will be. We'll just go and learn some theorems and we'll go and write I mean examples of that theorem and we'll get it certified normally. But here in our certifications, each and every, they'll just bring out the user experiences from different projects and they'll make a questionnaire and ask us to complete, get it certified. So that's how it works actually. So that's the reason getting a certification in supply chain management is not as easy as finance or HRMS. And the next point, which explains you about IoT and AI, machine learning. Anyone knows about these three things? I take a break here and I will listen from you. Anyone has an idea of what is IoT, AI, machine learning? Not only in ERP, even in not any other languages, they use IoT, AI, and machine learning. So IoT is nothing but Internet on Things, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Machine learning is very much for ERP, but IoT and AI can be applicable for any application. So artificial intelligence, like you can easily make out the sense, like, okay, if you the system it itself says that for I suppose if we are discussing about manufacturing, artificial intelligence helps the user. Okay, you have these many orders to be closed. First you need to close the orders. If you give any set of rules to close the order, it itself close the order based upon AI. IoT is in ERP, it is a mobile application where if it is a serial or lot based item, the IoT helps to monitor that. We call it as a genealogy. I don't get into ERP terms, it may confuse you, but when would like to give a simple essence, the serial and lot based item can be tracked with the help of IoT very easily. And coming to machine learning, which is very much useful in the maintenance management, where it gives, as soon as you select the equipment, with help of machine learning, it gives all the prospects and characteristics of the mission, and by that we can easily take charge of that mission and make it make the mission work. Without any blocks. I'm just giving a simple examples, but there is a very vast characteristics for each and every topic which I am discussing on this. But I'm just giving a very basic examples, which I hope it is making you a good essence on like what we were discussing. And coming back to next line, it in these sessions we'll understand the base the developments, like what anyhow we had in the previous point also we are discussing of each and every 3 months there will be some changes uh, to suit. So here the developments are nothing but, like, for suppose there are multiple fields in the ERP. So every, like, whatever there might be people working 30 years in this platform, but they might be not touched that field. So as I was saying, each and every business is different. I might be very much in depth working in only one area. I might be working in a different area. Like each and every implementer or analyst has their own opinion, right? So here the developments comes in place. So there are multiple fields. Each field takes its own importance in the platform. So each field can be utilized. For suppose, as we were discussing, serial and lot. Serial and lot feature is used across the different manufacturing. As I was saying, discrete manufacturing, process manufacturing, lean manufacturing. Serial and lot enabled items are used in a different exposure in discrete manufacturing. It can be used in a different way in process manufacturing. To take a simple example, in process manufacturing, I can give an best example of manufacturing an instant sambar. Make you a simple silly, but once you prepare sambar, you cannot bring out the sambar instant powder back, right? That's how process manufacturing works. So as soon as you add 3 spoons of the sambar instant powder, you cannot bring back that powder back again. If you want to change, or if you want to modify the sambar, you need to add the powder or any other essences to it. So that how process manufacturing works. Whereas coming back to discrete manufacturing, so discrete manufacturing is nothing but a combination of multiple sub-assemblies, right? So if you want to bring back the another sub-assembly, you can easily bring it back by making some additional changes to it. So that is known as discrete manufacturing. Here utilization of serial and lot based item is different, and whereas in process manufacturing, which we took an example of instant sambar mix, is something different, right? Even we had implemented for ID, you would have used ID batters or ID mixtures, like it's an FMG product actually. So we had implemented Oracle Cloud to them too. So the usage of serial lot item in the FMZ is something different. Usage of discrete manufacturing is something which we used in any automobile. All these things, usage of serial lot based item is something different. We need to treat in a different way. So these fields will be developed each and every view, like for like I was saying, serial and lot is a single thing, but it is used in a different way, right? So the developments are very adaptable in Oracle Cloud Supply Chain Management. That is my concern of letting you know here. Hope you understood this, but it's a vast thing. I tried to make some examples very easier. You can uh, please raise your voice if you want more information on this. And you can easily, I mean, we'll try to share some tips and tricks for implementing Oracle Cloud implementation. So what is tips and tricks here? So Oracle, like Oracle follows some methodology of implementing that is called OUM methodology, Oracle Unified Methodology, and True Cloud methodology, which is emerging now. So as based upon our experience, so if we follow the methodology, it might the result might the result might be something late. So based upon our experience, we can give you some shortcut methods which gives you a result instant. There might be some complications too, but the results will be instant. And we can suppress the complications. If it is unavoidable, we need to follow the methodology, but the places where we can suppress the complications, we can use the shortcuts too. And we can the last point in why we need to learn this is the business terminology which is used in supply chain management. Like I can give you an as I was saying, the different manufacturing process, like that we have retail market, like that we have back-to-back businesses. We have drop shipments. Drop shipment is everywhere we use, right? You know what is drop shipment. I'll just take a simple example, like how you order in Amazon. So Amazon is an middleware here, where it goes to the original equipment manufacturing, OEM. So he'll call the original equipment manufacturer and he'll ask them to drop to us itself. Like that is known as drop shipments. So here we'll try to explain you how the business terminologies in the supply chain management field. So I hope I made you some by this slide. I think I had given you some essence of supply chain management. There are multiple things which I just made a simple thing. Multiple things which you'll be learning. It's a vast subject, actually, to be frank. Multiple things. Even I'll be learning from you too. Like your way of thinking helps us to learn a lot. Each and every day is learning. I hope you guys all know how we learn each and everything. And maybe I might be thinking in different perspective, but your thinking perspective make us to learn a lot. And uh, here what in a single note, what I would like to let you know is, here will help you to teach you the principles of Oracle's cloud supply chain management. With that principles, you need to implement it, and we can support you. Like for suppose you might be hearing out some other businesses. So but the Oracle cloud will be a base will be implemented in a basic principle, but we need to adopt to that business. So here we'll try to teach you the basic principles, that based on that basic principles you need to think in a way how we can adopt this supply chain management suit to that business. That is how supply chain management is. I hope you made this. Any questions here? I'll pause for a minute. Okay, I'll move forward. So I hope I don't want to stress here in concern of time. I hope you all know how supply chain management works. Like it has two things. One is operations and executions, where operations is nothing but operating in between in between the steps, like from moving raw material to shop floor or moving raw material to our inventory space, all these things which we had discussed. I hope I'll move to the next slide. We have basic flows of supply chain management. I just mentioned only couple 2 to 3 flows here, but there are multiple. So like procure to pay is one flow which is running across, like it's a selling flow for Oracle Cloud, which is very easily adaptable. Oracle P2P cycle, like which is running across procurement, inventory, and account payables modules. Account payables is part of finance, but we'll give you how it will just we cannot go in deep, but I can let you know how can we rise, how can we operate accounts payables too. So what is procure to pay? Anyone has an idea before about this? Anyone, please? Okay. Uh, Procure to pay is nothing but we are procuring an item and paying to the supplier. So where we procure from a supplier, right? Like I need a product sorry, I need an item for manufacturing my end product. So what I do, or instead of item, I can say I need a component. That I hope it makes you a sense. So I need a component which helps to make a product, my end product. So what I do, I'll search for some suppliers in and across my visibility. So if I found the suppliers, I'll raise an order or I'll raise a requisition. If he accepts the requisition, I create an order. After creating an order, he'll in that order I'll mention all my tentative dates and all, which I when I need that item and what specifications I require. Once the item is received with all the inspections, I'll store it in my inventory. Once it is in my inventory, I'll trigger an accounts payable invoice, and against that accounts payable invoice I'll make the payment, and it will be transferred to the GL. GL is known as our ledger. So it's a very simple process, and it is hot selling flow across all the business models. So wherever you go, the major companies will take this flow, procure to pay flow. It's a very simple and very adaptable flow, and even you can easily learn this flow. First we'll start with the same flow itself after introduction of all modules. I hope the modules and all you can see
So in
here.
this
I'll
procure to
take a
pay, we
minute.
will also learn if the company is searching for the vendor, then L1, L2 process is also under the procure to pay only.
Yes, under to procure to pay only.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I am trying to show you the list of modules which we'll be discussing in the next sessions. So I hope you can see my screen. Here we'll discuss about inventory management, order management, manufacturing, supply chain planning, product lifecycle management, logistics, maintenance, and procurement. So after introduction of all these modules in the application, first we'll start with the flow called procure to pay, which is very selling. Like if we are a consultant who knows procure to pay, we'll have an identity in the market and we can be grabbed into any renowned company soon compared to other flows. But if you know the different flows called order to cash, business to business, back to back, business to customer, and there is one more flow called P2P, plan to produce. Now we are discussing about, don't get confused in between P. There are two P2Ps. One is procure to pay, the another one is plan to produce. So procure to pay, everyone can be, I mean, we can easily adapt that flow because it's very easy, right? We need to see, we'll have the visibility of the suppliers. We need to raise the requisition. If the requisition is approved, we'll create an order and we'll receive it. It's very easy. So everyone can easily learn the procure to pay. But the rest flows, which I was saying, order to cash, where we'll create the order and we'll cash it out. Cash is nothing but we'll once the order is manufactured, we'll sell the order and we'll get the cash against that order, right? So that is something we'll have very limited people which they can understand that flow. And the next one, what I was saying, back to back, which involves all the modules. Back to back is nothing but which involves all the modules. Inventory management is involved, order management is involved, manufacturing is involved, planning is involved, PLM is involved. Logistics is very initial, very minimal portion, but is involved. Maintenance is a separate entity. End of the show, without maintenance, not even a product is, I mean, not even a equipment is involved, right? So maintenance is a separate pillar. Indirectly, it is involved, and procurement is also involved, which is in the back to back. And even business to business is also same. It is very much similar to back, but all the modules are involved in it. And as I was saying, P2P, plan to produce. So plan to produce also it involves major modules, but procurement has only some shared space of plan to produce. Okay, so what is that shared space is, it just takes the income of raw material from the purchase order, like inflow of raw material to inventory, or that part only observed in P2P. So a part of all the modules are involved, but it isn't like if we know P2P, like plan to produce, then we'll learn the in-depth of supply chain planning, which is heart of supply chain management. So I feel if we learn that P2P, plan to produce, then we can say that we are hot and we are very emerging consulting in the market, where we can easily cover all these flows. Why I'm letting you know the flows is, if we learn or if we try to understand supply chain management in the way of flow, we can easily understand supply chain management. And instead of getting into each and every module and understanding each and every task, if we get into flows, okay, I understood this flow. If we understand procure to pay flow, how order to cash is working, we can easily adapt that flow. So even I learn in that way. So I'm not forcing you guys to learn in that way, but if you understand supply chain management in flow business, you can easily adapt. You might be learning only one flow if you are selected to a company, but suddenly company doesn't has a project of procure to pay flow. They may ask you to learn order to cash. So definitely you can, at least you can try to understand, okay, I learned, you would have known how order management works, but you need to understand how order to cash flow but sorry, you don't know how order to cash flow works, but you know what is procure to pay. You can easily adapt that flow by understanding the basic steps which are involved. So that is the way we can easily understand supply chain management. Each and every module, it is a very vast thing where we cannot go and understand each and every field, right? Each and every field will be used in different sectors in a different way. So if we get into flows, if we understand the soul of that flow, we can easily adapt the different flows too. It may take time, but it is very easily adaptable compared to getting into each and every module and understanding what that module works. So going back to the flows, I hope these are all the modules which we'll be discussing in I'll give a brief what is inventory management, what is order management, what is manufacturing, what is planning, and what is the importance of that in our supply chain management space. Then we'll get into flows directly. So going back to my previous slide. So now, so we discussed about SCM. The next one is, sorry, order to cash. This is second, as per my experience, this is the second largely selling flow. Every company who adopts Oracle Cloud will have order to cash cycle too. So as I said, the procure to pay cycle will have, definitely they need to sell their orders, right? End of the show. So to make their visibility in the market, definitely they need to have this order to cash cycle. So where they'll create sales order against a product, and they will I mean, like, they'll do some orchestrations for that sales order. Orchestration is nothing but different step to step flows. Like, after creating sales order, they need to pick the sales order, they need to ship, confirm the sales order, and they need to create the invoice against the sales order, and they need to ship it to the, once the invoice is created, they need to ship it to the customer. Like how, if you come back to the our original day-to-day businesses, so that you can see a lorry or any transport services will first wait for some invoice. How that invoice has been created once we are ready to ship the material. So as soon as we load the material into the particular container or any good carrier, so they look for the invoice, right? Once the invoice is ready, the goods will be transported to the particular customer, and the invoice will be get paid and posted in the general ledger. So this how the order to cash works. It is also adaptable, but you need to like, procurement pay, I can say that blindly you can learn it, but the order to cash, you need to understand the business, how in what way we can raise the sales order, what are all the different order orchestrations which we go through. Like, a simple example, first order, as soon as you create an order, it will be in the status of book. As soon as order is booked, order need to be manufactured, right? It will be in the process, in the status of awaiting shipment. So you can create multiple status. Again, I'm just giving an example. You can make it, once it is booked, you can make a status called order under manufacturing. Then once manufacturing is completed, you need to go for a quality, like order under quality inspection. Once quality inspection is done, if they approved, it will say awaiting shipment. So awaiting shipment is nothing but the order need to be lifted and send it to a consigned defined area. So once it is done, it will be moved. So the status can be maintained as awaiting shipment. Once after awaiting shipments, if you want to ship, orders after move to consigned area, if you want to ship it, you can say at a shipment ready. So if it is loaded into the any goods carrier, you can change the status as, we can define our own status, that is known as orchestration process. So these processes, how the processes can be defined, it's totally user defined process. So in nutshell, order to cash is also an adaptable, easily adaptable flow, but you need to understand the business, how the business is operating. Based on that, you need to define, or you need to define some rules, how the statuses need to be changed accordingly. So that is about order to cash cycle. So here you can see the modules which are involved, that is order management, inventory, and receivables. Here you need to understand one more thing, or you would have been sensed it out. Wherever you go, the PIM and inventory will follow you. Wherever, whatever module you pick, PIM and inventory. PIM is nothing but product management. In short form, I'll call it as product information management. So wherever you go, without item and without inventory, you can't do anything. So even though if we don't mention in any of the slides, you need to take it granted that PIM and inventory is part of that. Okay, so that is also an point which need to be noted. Then the next flow, which is very vast flow, but we'll try. I don't false promise you that I'll give you an insight of in and out of back to back. Why? Because our time span will be very less. So even back, if you need to understand back to back, you may need more than 60 to 50 hours to understand what is back to back. I don't false promise you, but I can promise you that I can give you how back to back order works, back to back and dropship order works, and what are all the basic or what are all the basic pillars of back to back. Based on that, you can try it out, and you can feel free to reach me, because back to back order works differently in all the business. You need to adapt the business, and you need to apply these principles to the business. Then definitely there will be hard stops to you. You can reach out to me, and I can help you out in that. Even dropship is very simple flow. Like I was saying, you can take an example of Amazon, Flipkart. It's a very easily, and it is very adaptable to like procure to pay. You need to just you'll be an you need to create an order to an OEM is nothing but original equipment manufacturer, and you need to ask OEM to drop ship the material to the customer, so directly. So that is very easily adaptable process. We can discuss a lot more. It is, I can give you an insight of that, but back to back is something which I can it's a very vast subject. I hope we cannot make in a predefined time, in our predefined time. All the duration and all Shaker will be explaining you, like what are all the duration and course timing, everything. He'll help you out what are all what are all the course timing and all. In our predefined timing, I don't think so I can give you an in-depth of back to back, but I'll definitely promise you that I'll give you an principles of back to back. You need to apply that principles. So this is about our basic sessions. I hope you understood how important is supply chain management in our present area, present market area. And definitely I can let you know that if you understand the topics of supply chain management, definitely you will be a market player. And if you understand the topics, definitely you'll add value to the business conditions too. So I hope we are out of time, and I'll take another 3 to 2 minutes to, if you have any questions.
Krishna, so you will teach us how to implement all these modules in Oracle, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'll teach you how to implement these modules.
Okay, so this role will include as in techno-functional, or is this just a functional role which you are explaining us?
Techno-functional, what is, because techno-functional is something, what is your expectations of techno-functional? As you picked up, what is your expectations as techno-functional? Because technology is something where it can be used as Java, it can be an SQL, it can be an another technology,
Mm-hmm.
right? Any Groovy script can be used, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
what is your expectation? That is something, again, different topic. Here
So
I'll let
Oracle,
you know.
in Oracle, basically from the modules, obviously we can implement from the front end easily, but there
Hmm,
are some points where we can't implement from the front end. Sometimes we have to write down the scripts and everything, so
hmm.
that that module will properly get placed according to the client requirement. So in that particular case, here you will also teach us some of the script which is generally used in the Oracle SCM course.
Some of the scripts is something, again, I need to make that clear. See, techno-functional is, in Oracle cloud space, functional consultant is used more rather than technical consultant. Why?
Okay.
Why? Because
Okay.
here we have
Mm-hmm.
a plugins
Mm-hmm.
which automates the process in a single click. For
Okay.
suppose we have
Mm-hmm.
multiple dashboards which a functional consultant can he himself create the dashboards and make
Mm-hmm.
it as an analytical view where customer can see it very easily than a
Okay.
technical consultant. Technical
Mm-hmm.
consultant comes in place if he wants
Mm-hmm.
to write some pages of scripts where
Mm-hmm.
it is something very different. We are integrating something here. If we want to
Uh-huh.
integrate anything, then technical
Mm-hmm.
consultant comes in place. Here we'll be
Mm-hmm.
discussing about some dashboards or some analytical views where functional consultant, he himself can create that report and present it to the customer.
Okay. So
So
in
I
the
hope you
in
understood
duration of the
what I'm
course,
trying to
you
say.
will yes, yes. So in the duration of the course, you will also give us the exam live examples and kind of like where we can work on some project, and accordingly we can implement all the modules.
Yeah, definitely. I'll each and every, like, supply chain management can't be that understandable without taking a live business example. If I want
Mm-hmm.
to raise an order, So I need to take an example why I need to raise that order. Definitely
Hmm.
you will have that doubt, right? So I need to take a business example. There will be a worksheet for us. In that
Hmm.
worksheet, we need to first plot out what item need to be procured.
Hmm.
What type of character is nothing but category here. So what type
Hmm.
of category, each and everything we need to first write down in a worksheet. Based
Hmm.
on that worksheet, we need to configure the application and execute it.
Okay.
Definitely I can explain you the we need, without live business example we cannot go ahead. You'll pop out with multiple questions and it makes you confused. A very basic business example can be taken up, and I'll
Hmm.
we need to chop down all the necessary requirement, like we need to have what kind of roles. Again, that is a very big topic, we'll discuss it. What type of
Hmm.
roles need to be required, what type of items required, what type of categories, what type of orders need to be created. There are different orders to planned purchase order. I'm just taking an example of planned purchase orders, service oriented purchase order, inventory oriented, what type of purchase order need to be created. Based on that, I encourage you that you take your own business thing. I'll be letting you know
Hmm.
whatever it is flexible to me, right? You need to
Correct.
take
Yeah.
your own business area. I mean, you think on your own and you take a business example. You try to,
Hmm.
I'll give you a very flexible sheet which I had made out of my previous experiences. You chop down
Hmm.
all the necessary requirement and you try to implement. Definitely you'll get some questions. I'm open to any questions and I'll answer your questions in our sessions. Everything,
Sure.
like
Sure.
I'll try to teach you the examples, whatever examples which I secured in my previous experiences, and I'll
Hmm.
make ease of all the principles. Without your contributions you can't learn the supply chain management. I'll just go with my flow.
Hmm.
I cannot see, even I cannot understand what you understood, right? To be frank, I
Correct.
mean, we'll just
Hmm.
make a simple. I cannot understand what you understood. Even
Hmm.
your teacher also can't understand what you understood, right? He'll think that whatever he know, he'll just share and go. But you need to contribute yourself, and you need to come up with your. If you don't come with your questions, even I can't understand what you understood. So it is your job here. Again, don't make me bad, but it's an original I mean, like, it's a present situation. If you don't come with your questions, then you don't invest money here. It's my simple thing. If the questions are very much encouraged, even I am taking out something from you again. So questions are very much encouraged. Without your contribution you can't learn supply chain management. That is for sure. It is not like finance is very straightforward. Come, take the money, collect the money, post into a book. Take the money, post into it's a simple. But supply chain is something, combination of multiple operations. Without your contribution we can't do anything. But it's an your but I can assure you that you will have a long term tenure in supply chain management compared to other things. Like if you are doing anything, like if you are doing anything for your career, you need to think in that way, that what is the longevity. So
Hmm.
supply, as finance is a very adaptable thing, many people will be in finance. But you can see, tomorrow you'll be my colleague if you opt it, right? It's a very closed area. And even Oracle Cloud is emerging thing. You can see all the, even I don't want to open I mean, like say that Oracle Cloud is doing that and all. You can, it's an open source. You can see how Oracle Cloud is doing and what is its business. And now it is
Hmm.
a time to adapt to you to Oracle Supply Chain Cloud, Supply Chain Management Cloud, where Oracle was not that successful in Oracle on premises, that is EBS. Now, as I was saying, Fusion, it was in a fusion state where it collected the layers in different ERPs and it made it into a complete suite. And it is now it is very flexible compared to EBS suite, and you can as the vacuum, there is more vacuum for Oracle Cloud supply chain management. You'll be you can, if you understand this supply chain management, you can fill up that gap and you can make use of, you can plan your longevity in for your career.
Okay. So that is the main difference between the normal Oracle and the Oracle Fusion.
Yes, exactly. Actually, I was pressing out the fusion. It is they had collected multiple layers in different modules. They had collected the highlights from different ERPs such as JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, which Oracle bought all these ERPs, and they pick out the flexibilities in that ERPs, and they made it into they made it happen in Oracle Cloud. To be frank, and it is
Okay.
developing every 3 months, which is not happening in other ERPs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are multiple cloud applications. Even SAP has cloud application, but it is not successful. You
Yes.
can see the statistics of that. Even Salesforce is there. It is very much predominantly it is leading pioneer for CRM only, not for
Correct.
supply chain management. Even you have
Yes.
this PeopleSoft, but it is only for PeopleSoft as Workday. It is only for HRMS. It is not for supply chain management. But
Hmm.
Oracle Cloud supply chain management, even I do go for multiple um, RFPs, proposals and all. You can see you can see more for I deal nearly 30 proposals for 1 fortnight. 1 fortnight is 15 days.
Hmm.
So people are very much adaptable for supply chain management, Oracle Cloud especially, and NetSuite is there. That is also Oracle product, but NetSuite is not that flexible, and it is not. It is only for SaaS platform. It is not for PaaS and IaaS.
Okay.
Again, we can discuss a lot, but in nutshell, Oracle supply chain management has some vacuum now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, if you understand, you will be part of that vacuum. These
Okay.
particular principles which we'll be discussing.
Hmm. 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 Okay.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, it's short of time. I'll take a minute more here if any other questions. Otherwise, we'll wind up. Hope you understood what I'm trying to say, and you can feel free to raise your voice if you are not trying to adapt it. I'll give you an example which I hope it may help you to understand.
Hi Krishna, this is Sridevi Priya actually.
Yeah.
I am
Hi,
basically
Sri.
a food technology background. I am right now working
Sorry?
in a food sector actually.
Okay, FMG.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So actually, we have implemented SAP over here. We are using SAP over here for all our business process monitoring and all. So
Hmm.
based on that knowledge, and since I had that exposure to work in SAP for some months, so I have interested in this software sector also. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking to switch my career to the software sector. So being a fresher and having no knowledge on this, like what do
Hmm.
you suggest for me? Like will this be suitable for me? Will this be easy to learn for me or something like that?
Yeah, even I
So,
came to
like from your
industry like you
presentation,
only.
like based on my real time experience, like I can link
Mhm.
to whatever you are like explaining, and it is like easily graspable also. So, like being a fresher and coming from other sector, like I have to know about like how the companies like choose or prefer like people from other sector or something like that.
Yes, Sri. Even I came to IT like you only. Like you only. I worked in an automobile sector, renowned
Okay.
automobile sector, and I came to Oracle space. It's
Okay.
definitely like many companies, namely
Yeah.
Oracle Consulting, Accenture, Cognizant. All these companies will prefer a candidate who has a domain experience. Even I am
Yeah.
in this industry for past 14 to 15 years because of that experience only. And even I mean, I'm not saying that the people don't have that experience will not learn it, but people who has a shop floor experience can
Yeah.
easily adapt supply chain management process
Yeah.
than the people who doesn't have.
Yeah. So you will be assisting us in placements also, right?
uh, I think you can talk with Shekhar on that,
Okay.
on placement and all. I can help you to. It's my responsibility to make you understand supply chain management process and all. Even I'm happy to extend myself, because I'm thinking in a view that you will be teaching me something from your ideology. Here everything is
Yeah.
our thinking perspective, how the business can be thinking. Business might be following in a way, in a way before. Now they want to change their own way. So it is totally their thinking process. Look, each and every business operates differently. So what I'm trying to say is, we need to think out of the box, and we need to
Yeah.
understand supply chain management. And as I was saying before also, the people who have shop floor experience can easily adapt supply chain management.
Yeah.
They don't feel it is something I'm an alien here, so I can't fit to it. It is something
Yeah.
very easily adaptable for everyone, but people who has shop floor experience can easily adapt it. You don't believe I learned in 18 days.
Okay. That's great. So like since like beginning of your career in software, you're into SCM only, right?
Yeah. I started my career as a manufacturing consultant. Then
Okay.
I became as an architect.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Hope I cleared your doubts. But we will make our sessions very interactive. So so that you guys also can, I mean, even you can easily understand if it is very interactive, because as we were discussing, sorry, Sri or Wali or Shivagi will be thinking in a different perspective, which each one among us will be thinking in different perspective. So if three people will have three different perspective and three business speak it out, so businesses came up, right? So if we have more interactive sessions, maybe we'll be extending an hour or a couple of hours, but end of the day we need to take out something in our package, right? So that is our prime motive here. We need to understand instead of by hearting something. Normally our educational system makes people to by heart. Instead of by hearting things, we'll understand things now. Okay, I hope I made you guys understand something and bring it out. In our regular, I hope you can go through the content. I hope SSB will be sharing across the content. We'll go based on, I'll just share a worksheet across once our session starts. So we'll be following the step-by-step procedure of that worksheet. And maybe only another one thing which I cannot promise is, if we are predefined for 45 days, definitely 95% we cannot complete in 45 days. It will be extended. Please be prepared for that. And I'll make you guys something interested in each sessions too.
Sure,
Anything
sure.
which will be added, you can, we'll wind it up.
Krishna, can we have your LinkedIn ID?
Uh, Yeah, I cannot promise you at this moment, but I'll share it across.
Sure.
Thank you, Krishna. The demo has been quite informative, and we look forward to the training from probably tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Anything, please, you can reach out SSB and make it. But
Okay.
tomorrow, I think yes, I can make it tomorrow also, no problem. But timings and all, please reach out
Okay, sure.
SSB. He'll helpful. And
Sure.
please feel free to reach out with multiple questions. In that
Yeah.
way, the session will be very interactive. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything
Sure,
else, you
Krishna.
can
Thank you.
mail out to me or SSB. Anytime we'll be free to help you guys. Thank you.
Sure,
All
sure.
right. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.